Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and this year you can skip all the hassle, the crowds, the reservations, and just make a beautiful, delicious, and elegant meal right at home for somebody special.
Or just for yourself.
Or for somebody special.
Today, we're so excited to be sharing with you this classic recipe for surf and turf. We've got filet and scallops, and you can make this gorgeous meal in less than 30 minutes. Hi everybody, welcome to this very special Valentine's Day episode. I am Courtney.
And I'm Will.
And we're coming to you from neighborfoodblog.com. Today we're so excited to be partnering with Ohio Beef to bring you this classic recipe for surf and turf for two. We have filet mignon and scallops in a really simple white wine sauce, and we think you're going to love it.
Now you really don't need much to make filet and scallops shine. These are naturally delicious protein ingredients. So we're just gonna use some really basic seasonings and ingredients to really just enhance them and bring them up to that restaurant special occasion quality. So the first thing you wanna do is you wanna set out your filet and your scallops on a cutting board about 30 minutes before you cook. And you're gonna salt them and just let them rest at room temperature for about 30 minutes.
This really helps bring out the flavor. The salt kind of soaks into the steak so that when you cook it, that salted meat flavor is all the way through to the center and not just on the outsides. Like we mentioned, there are not very many ingredients in this recipe, but it comes together really quickly. So we do recommend that you get everything ready before you get started. So we have got about 4 cloves of garlic here. We use a garlic press to mince those, but you can absolutely chop them instead. And we also have 1 shallot. You'll want about 1/4 cup of shallot. We have butter here as well, and wine.
And also go ahead and chop up 1 sprig of fresh rosemary.
And that's it. Once you prep these ingredients, we're ready to get started. But you might want to just pour yourself a glass of wine to enjoy while everything cooks.
This steak has been resting, so we're gonna add a little bit of black pepper, and we're gonna preheat the skillet that we're gonna use to cook this. We're using a cast iron skillet, and we're gonna preheat it over high heat. We're gonna use a little bit of this canola oil, about a tablespoon.
You ready for the sizzle?
I am. It's gonna be a little noisy. Yep.
You can see we both put aprons on. It tends to get a little bit splattery when the steak is cooking, so it never hurts to just put an apron on and shout your love for beef. I love you, beef!
Depending on how thick your fillets are, these are about 1.5 to 2 inches, so they're definitely on the thicker side. You're gonna wanna go probably at least 5 minutes per side to sear these, just to get them cooked all the way through. Now we wanna see red in the middle. We want like medium rare because it's a filet. I mean, if you like well done sirloin steaks in the grill, that's fine, but this is filet, so let's respect the meat.
Let's not be crazy.
Respect the cut, y'all.
We love to use a meat thermometer to make sure we get the perfect doneness on our fillets. So you want to take them out right around 130 for medium rare, 135 to 140 for medium.
And they're just gonna rest on a dinner plate. We're gonna tent them with foil. There we go.
Always let your steaks rest before you cut into them. It allows the juices to soak back into the meat, keeps them nice and juicy and wonderful.
There we go. And let those rest.
Now, while this pan is still hot, we're gonna go right into cooking the scallops. Here's the thing about cooking with scallops. They cook in about 90 seconds. So once you get them in the pan, you wanna be ready to roll. So we are gonna put a little bit of butter in the pan. Go ahead and melt that.
About a tablespoon of butter.
Add some pepper to these as well.
So you may have noticed that these are pretty large scallops that we're using here. So there's 2 different kinds. You're gonna see sea scallops, which are these big ones that we've got. And then you're gonna see bay scallops, which are the real tiny ones. So when you wanna surf and turf and you want it to look real stunning next to a big fillet, you want to use the big old sea scallops. And if you can, try to find some fresh, never frozen scallops at a fish market near you.
All right, we're gonna cook these for about 1 minute. They'll go really fast in a hot skillet. Once they have a nice golden sear on them, we're gonna flip them over and give them another 30 seconds to 1 minute. Make sure to have your meat thermometer ready. Pull the scallops when they have an internal temp of about 115 degrees. These look perfect. Let's get them out of here.
All right, the steak and the scallops are done. So the next thing we need to do is start on our pan sauce. This is looking pretty brown because we just seared 2 different meats. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of butter. Just a little pat of that to melt it. And then we're gonna take our 1/4 cup of chopped shallots, or just a single shallot, and we're gonna add those to the pan and let those cook down.
It'll take a couple minutes for them to just soften and get translucent, a little bit sweet.
So now the next step is to add our chopped or minced garlic. We're gonna let that sizzle in there for about a minute.
You just want it to sizzle until you start to really smell it. Once you can smell that garlic, it's about ready. We don't want it to brown. Guys, your house is gonna smell so good while you're making this. Our next step is gonna be deglazing the pan, which simply means to get all the little yummy browned bits from our meat and our shallots up off of the bottom. We're gonna do that with wine. You need about a 1/4 cup, which is just really a couple of good splashes. You'll see it bubbles up a lot, and that's when you wanna scrape the pan, is while it's bubbling.
Now that the pan's deglazed, we're gonna add about 3/4 cup of water to the pan.
We've got a teaspoon of rosemary here. We're gonna add that as well. We're gonna let this cook down for just a couple of minutes.
If you haven't noticed, it's getting a little steamy in here.
Woo!
It's the esters of garlic.
All right, we're gonna finish our sauce with butter because why wouldn't we finish it with butter?
It's delicious.
We want about 3 tablespoons. Oh boy, there we go.
That's an accurate system. It's just
Yes, I know my tablespoons.
you don't have to be super accurate with it. It's not baking.
It's butter. If a little bit extra slips in. And we are done. We're gonna finish off with just a squeeze of lemon juice, which will really brighten up the flavor. It goes so well with the scallops. This will thicken up just a little bit as it sits and cools, which is good. And you can bring the meat back into the pan with the sauce. Either way, you're gonna be in for a treat.
That's what I would do. You're probably gonna want to set the table, light some candles, maybe get your Valentine's Day card ready, put some music on. To see.
My.
So once you set the scene a little bit, you can put the turn the heat down and put the meat back in there and kind of let it keep warm and soak up some of those good flavors just for a few minutes while you set the table.
Yeah.
Should be a beautiful and romantic dinner.
I can't wait. We want to say thanks to Ohio Beef for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys for watching. We hope you really enjoyed it. Please share with us if you made it. If you enjoyed it with someone special, let us know.
#NeighborFoodies on Instagram. Share your pictures and your experiences. And be sure to check out the other videos on our YouTube channel. And while you're at it, check out our blog, neighborfoodblog.com, for other great recipes. We'll catch you next time. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Say when.
That's why I was like, why, Tosh?
Why, Tosh? That's the best part. I'll have the maid take care of that.
Yeah. You can see we both put aprons on. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cheers, my love. Oh,
I should have spin it back.
The next step is what? 3/4 cup of butter?
No.
3
3 tablespoons.
3 tablespoons of butter.
3/4 cups is 3 sticks.
Yes. Let's have a cheers.
Cheers.
To following your heart and trusting the process.
To our journey.